So, hi everyone, welcome to day 18 of Australise. Was it 17? One or the other? I literally forgot what it is at this point. So, it is a huge matchup of 2,500 points, our first of this size in 8th edition, with combined Imperium, and lots of Tyranids.
And today we have a very special guest, our good friend Tommy will be playing the Nids.
Yes, very excited. I don't have to do very much unless someone starts getting their ass kicked. So, no spoilers. So, just starting off with the Imperium list. First things first, we have a Mechanicus detachment in patrol with Belisarius Call filling in for the Arch-Magos Varys in the fluff. And accompanying that is a Dune Crawler Onaga with Neutron Laser, two Cognis Stubbers, thank you. The Special Relay. Then we've got Cataphrons with Heavy Grab, Phosphors, one Flamer. Rangers with Omnispecs and two Transarcubists. Then we have Baneblade with What You See Is What You Get. So everything it can. We have Inquisitor Keade, who's finally returned from his Eldar captivity. Again, What You See Is What You Get. Everything else is pretty much the same, so these two squads of guardsmen with heavy bolters. Actually, points-wise, they do not have the, what do you call them, the radios. But that's fine. The company commander with Power Fist, some veterans with 3 plasmas, a tank commander with Punisher, Hunter-Killer, and Multi-Meltdown Last Cannon, the one with the Eradicated Nova that we love to take with the plasmas. Standard one, Lehman Rust with Battle Cannon and Triple Heavy Bolter. A Hydra and a Basilisk. And then filling out the remaining in a Spearhead detachment, that is the Imperial Guard, is Last Cannon team and Mortar team. And that is 2,500 points. So that's going to be interesting to see if we can hold the line against this. Alright, so Tyranids.
This is Hive Fleet Aboleth. Supplemented by my own Hive Fleet, which remains nameless so far. Over here we start off with a Broodlord commanding 15 Gene Stealers.
Yep.
And then we have 2 of the big snakes. We have a Trigon Prime and a Morlock. And 5 little swarms of Rippers there.
Do they have Spine Fists or anything?
No, they're just going to burrow their way up and get in on the Guardsmen.
Alright, naked.
A full swarm of 30 Hormagaunts. Not with toxin sacs or adrenal glands or anything, just as what they are.
Okay.
2 lots of Zoanthropes, both with the Neurothrope. A full 3 Venomthropes to help out the little swarmies. Got 15 Flesh Borer Termagants, and the big mama behind there, the Tervagon. She'll be boosting their forces. 20 Devi Gaunts, as they're called, Gaunts with Devourers. And then we've got some fast attack over here. We have 10 Gargoyles, backed up by 8 Shrikes, and 1 Harpy.
Yep.
And then we've got 3 Warriors under here, backed up by Prime for a little bit more synaptic feedback for the rest of the little guys.
Yep. And which cannon is that on the?
That's a Venom cannon
okay.
right there, and the Prime.
And then
the back
around the back we've got a Carnifex just hiding with
timid Carnifex.
What looks like
Barb Strangler. Cannon actually now.
And then also some, what are they? Venom Throats.
Oh, they did get a
cover. Did you? I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So that's the Horde.
So
a fair bit of deep striking gear there, if they can actually have some table space.
yeah, so very weird deployment. So Imperium will deploy first, and Tyranids will have first turn unless Imperium seizes. As always, everyone, the rules are up on our blog a week or so after, a few weeks, depending on whether or not I'm lazy. And as always, anything that's super important to the scenario rules we'll cover. But the basic gist of it is, both sides are after the plasma generators, which are worth about 3 victory points each. The Tyranids want to destroy them, so they're about toughness 6, 6 wounds with a 3-up save. And they both have custom stratagems, which I'll only mention basically when they decide to use them. So we'll just be back after deployment and get straight into it. Alright, so we have the Tyranids deployed here with shit cray-cray, like I almost can't tell shit apart. It's just a tide. It is... The Tyranid tide rises again.
And all tied in so that the Venom Thrope is having an effect on each unit. Except for this.
What's starting in reserve, by the way? It's the
Trigon, accompanied by 20 Devigaunts, the Morlock, and a swarm of 5 Rippers.
Okay.
Ripper bases.
And then over here is the Imperium deployment all set up. A lot of big guns, but the team playing the Imperium has failed to see, so the Tyranids get a turn to march up the board. So let's get into it after we're done. So Tyranid movement phase, everything's sort of advanced up, and the Trigon came out there with the Gaunts, Rippers came up there, and a Morlock came up here. Which I just remembered we forgot to resolve, so we better do that quickly.
Resolve it straight up?
Yep.
Yeah, hang on, let him do
So,
his filming.
shooting phase, successful shots from, what was it? This and 13 Gaunts took out a generator, netting 3 victory points for the Tyranids in first turn. And then a few other things around into some guardsmen here, and some mortal wounds from a Morlock. Wasn't overly effective, sadly. Charge phase. So, in the charge phase, the Devil Gaunts here tried to charge this squad. Failed to charge, even with a command reroll. Overwatch lost, 2 guys. Over here, same thing into this squad. Overwatch took care of 2 wounds off the Rippers. There's no fight phase, so straight to morale. No losses in the morale phase. So there was no movement from the Imperium in the movement phase beyond the shuffling of the Hydra.
A few things shuffled around.
And then, using one of the command point stratagems, used the mines, planting a mine right there, doing D3 mortal wounds to everything around it, doing a couple here and there, one to that, killing a Venom Thrope,
One to
the
everything,
zombie-
3 to the...
pretty much one to everything around it except for the Venom Thropes, where they successfully killed one.
Yeah.
And then this squad and this Guardsman squad with first rank, second rank fire demolished, well, took chunks out of the Rippers and the Devil Gaunts.
Devigaunts gone.
This fired largely ineffectual, took some more chunks out of the Devil Gaunts, and put some fire into the Morlock that was here.
Yeah.
Shit ton of fire.
And then the Cataphrons put all their fire into the Morlock, and then the Inquisitor put all his fire into the Morlock. And then the Veterans put all their fire into the Morlock, and then this put all its fire into the Morlock, and the Morlock was finally finished by one shot from the last cannons. Then these whiffed on their shots against the Harpy. This battle tank took even more out of the Trigon. Well, it tried. I don't think it succeeded, but the rest of it picked off some more Gaunts. This picked off some more Gaunts and used a neutron laser to put 6 wounds into that Trigon Prime.
Yeah.
We love neutron lasers. Hashtag neutron love.
Hashtag Tyranids hate.
What is it called? The Hydra did a few wounds into the Harpy. The Mortars did even more to the Gaunts. Most things shot at the Gaunts.
The Basilisk took some wounds out of the Harpy.
No, the Basilisk whiffed. Basilisk whiffed. It didn't do any. But then this did a lot of shots over at things, succeeded in killing 1 Ripper.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it did.
And that was it.
and two Hormagaunts.
And 2 Gaunts with its massive cannon. So,
Only 28 left of 30 now.
charge phase? Are there going to be charges?
No charges.
Fight phase?
No fights.
Round phase!
Tyranids turn.
We'll be back after round phase. So, Tyranid movement phase.
For dinner.
Tyranids moved up. Everything advanced? With the exception of the Harpy. Tyranid movement phase over. Psychic phase. So, in the psychic phase, there was catalyst onto this, horror onto them, and a smite onto them from these guys, which killed 4 of them. And into the shooting phase. Alright, so the shooting phase was disastrous for the Imperium and really, really good in one aspect for the Tyranids. The Tyranids have taken out another generator, which puts them very firmly in the lead.
There'll be one generator left to hold on to.
It's almost impossible for the Tyranids to edge out anything other than a minor... Well, to force anything less than a minor victory. But there's still some hope. So, everything else... so what else shot? This shot at the tank. Just do a wound?
Trigon did.
Trigon,
One wound.
Trigon did 1 wound. They shot and
5
did
flesh
nothing.
borers did nothing. Completely deflected.
What else?
Stranglethorn cannon from the Carnifex shot at the tank as well.
Nothing.
Doing
And then
nothing.
did those guys shoot it down there?
No, he couldn't see anything.
Right, because their view is literally...
Bodies in front of them.
Yeah! Wow, that looks awesome. Okay. So, charge phase?
Charge phase.
Cool.
Alright, so charges got in here with the gargoyles and the Dragon Prime and the Harpy. And then... Well, who would like to explain what just happened?
The guards have been healing.
The guardsmen against the gargoyles took 1 wound but managed to kill 2 gargoyles back.
In response. And the Harpy got reversed over.
Did nothing.
Failing to do any damage.
Failed to do anything and then
It took a wound.
Then
And it's now down to its degradation.
yeah, it took a wound
Reverse
off
degradation.
the Lehman Russ, reversing over it.
Alright,
That's it, really.
so turn 2, Imperium. This is only turn 2.
Yeah.
It's not long for you guys watching, but this is a while for us.
2.5 hours.
So, 8th edition will be faster, they said.
The Tyranids are getting into close combat, they said.
So during movement, tanks here fell back,
Right,
tanks here fell back,
guns.
and these guys shuffled over, and the commander moved back as well.
My army's too separated.
Alright, so in the shooting phase, there was some shooting from this and Cole, or Varys, that got rid of the Harpy. There was some...
Hilariously,
Inquisitor Keade blew himself up with his plasma pistol.
somehow managed to roll 2 ones in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, statistically improbable, and he killed himself. And we will now have to roll at the end of this, which we will show you for once, whether or not he actually lives. So, there was some fire from these Cataphrons into Gene Stealers and Shrikes. About
2 strikes are dead.
2 Shrikes are dead after some fire from the last cannons as well. Most damage from this.
Trigon Prime was shot down.
Yeah, Trigon Prime was shot down by this squad? Yeah, they were shot down by that squad. Mines went over into... Sorry. The mine did deploy there and deal a whole bunch of mortal wounds in that giant blob. Mortars hit that squad. I think they only killed 1 Gene Stealer, if any.
No, none.
No, right, yeah. Punisher actually killed more stuff. And then the neutron laser, hilarious as it was, destroyed all of the venom throats. And then it was the Basilisk also hit into the Carnifex, but failed to do anything. Yeah, because it got saved. And then the Baneblade. What did the Baneblade do? It shot a whole bunch of shit.
Killed
Shot
some
some
more
gaunts.
Killed some more gaunts, and it did some heavy damage.
6
to-
damage.
Yeah.
6
With
wounds.
his main
to
cannon, it
12
reduced that. So it was a pretty good shooting phase overall. A little limited because they had to fall back. But their lines are now clear.
for now.
For now. At this point, objective-based, You can't win, but would you like to continue?
It depends if it matters how badly I lose by. Because I might be able to hold out that last objective now that Harpy's not on the field.
If you hold out for one more turn, it will be less severe for the campaign as a whole. But what's happened is happened.
Yeah.
The Tyranids have still won.
Especially with the victory point from the Warlord kill.
Yeah. Like, at this point, you can't even force him to get a minor victory. He's now at a major victory. So, it's really up to you whether you want to go on. Because he's still got a lot of command points and a lot of stuff coming back. Well, one squad coming back. Maybe.
Only one squad's cleared out.
What do you think, Tommy? Do you want to go for one more turn?
Well, the only thing that I'm actually really going to be able to do is get some psychic off and get those harpies into close combat. All of these guys are still too far away to get into any sort of combat. So you just call it there. It's just going to be another round of exactly what just happened last turn.
You advance, there's a bit of combat.
Probably take out the Turbogon. Probably wipe out some of the Genestealers and the Gaunts again.
He'll probably take out at least these two. And maybe one of these.
This heavy patch here is going to stay alive.
Yeah.
Doing its thing. Probably.
The neutron laser into either one of these, and some more of that. The heavy grab, the tanks now being able to shoot unless you get something into them.
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
But you have 6 victory points to 1. Well, no, you'll have 6 victory points to 4.
Yeah, you need to go like another 23 inches.
It's too far out for actual any sort of combat with the little guys. But thankfully, I had some fast attack choices which got in there.
Well, you did do a lot of damage. Another turn, another 2 turn. If you hadn't already taken the second objective, this game would still truly be on. Because then all you'd have to do is smash through this, and you just got to get one big guy within range of that. But because you don't even need to do that now, because you took care of the second objective with Harpy.
Luckily.
Very lucky roll.
Alright then. Game.
Alright.
Game, Tim.
Good. Alright,
Sorry about your little guy.
now, I'm just going to take a quick break while I consult the new chart for character death, and we're going to roll to see if Keade dies. So, Imperium's most valuable and most useless.
No.
Onagas.
The Onaga was definitely MVP. It killed whatever I needed to die the most.
Whatever you pointed
When
at,
I
it
needed
died,
it,
and
when I
it
needed to.
still peppered away at the little guys as well.
Yeah.
It's such a great unit, especially when supported by
Especially
Call.
with Call's rerolls, it basically made the Venom Thropes neg-1 pointless.
It was cheaper, more powerful, and better than your Lehman Russes and longer range.
Yeah.
Blasted the crap out of them.
Yeah, it was better than all of the Lehman Russes.
What was the joke I told you at the beginning? Like, it blasts a hole in a Carnifex the size of a Carnifex?
Yeah.
And then most useless kind of goes to the Basilisk.
Yeah, the artillery just really didn't perform today.
No,
More because of my bad rolling than anything against the Basilisk itself.
Yeah, it might have performed better with a Master of Ordnance.
It definitely would have, but
But,
thanks to my poor rolling, it just basically didn't do anything.
yeah. Which is kind of sad, because I kind of like it.
Yeah, I like my artillery too.
And every Australis game has actually done really poorly, the Basilisk.
There was a lot of good luck rolling, especially in the first round.
In the first round, yeah, there was a lot of 6s by the Tyranids.
Warlock saved.
Yeah, that Warlock soaking up so much firepower.
But that just makes him awesome.
Yeah.
For once. That'll be the last time he's awesome in this edition.
I'm actually seriously thinking about it. In the first game ever, this thing failed to do anything. In its second game ever, it died first turn. In Australis. And in this one, it also killed nothing.
Yeah, my Basilisk really struggled to do its thing.
I'm not sure if it's simply because the campaign, or just we suck at using basilisks.
Should I put the Warrior Prime in with the Warriors?
And then the MVP for Tyranids is clearly the Harpy. It won the game single-handedly simply by flying up, using command point reroll to just destroy the objectives. And the objectives were moderately tough to destroy.
Yeah.
They were toughness 6, 6 wounds, 3 up save, with an optional 4 up interval save if you spent the command points. He had a 4 up either way with both of the Harpy's guns.
Venom cannons.
D3 wounds and bad saves. Just destroyed both objectives. And then most useless was the Tyranid warriors that he just plucked away.
That's why they're there. They didn't even know.
Because
what
they're
doing.
useless.
They're so useless.
They're so useless. Well,
So
they
out
couldn't
of
shoot anything because they couldn't shoot through their own guys.
And the guys already had synaptic coverage, so
Yeah, because nothing could remove that blob of zoanthropes.
Yeah,
That also did some pretty good smiting.
they were pretty good.
Alright, so thank you all for watching, and sorry about the slightly short game on this one. And we'll be seeing you next time as a new sort of mini arc happens in the campaign, featuring our special guest from the previous episode, a certain greater demon.
He's so great.
He's very great. Yeah, things are about to get not pretty on Australis. So look forward to the mini Chaos arc that's coming up. There's not many days before the Tyranid High Fleet arrives at this point. So
Who knows?
13 days.
Who knows what could